thank you for joining me in this Vinyasa flow today. We're going to do a nice flow, get the body moving, get the body stretched. So we're going to start on all fours. We're just going to do some cow Bramwell. Just come to join us. So we're going to inhale the cow pose, tilting the hips forward, pushing the shoulders away from the mat. Exhale, round out the back, push the spine up towards the ceiling, chin towards the chest. You can move onto your fingertips for this cat pose if you'd like to. And you're just going to continue to move between these two postures at your own pace of breath. So we'll do one last cat. And then on your next exhalation, draw into your downward dog. Keep a nice bend in the legs to keep the spine lengthened. Breathing here, pushing away from the mat. If you'd like to begin incorporating a stretch into the hamstrings, begin to draw the heels down towards the mat. Just make sure that your back doesn't begin to round out. Nice long breaths here. So do 2 more breaths. Then on your next inhalation, you can make your way up to the top of the mat. You can either walk, step, or jump, or inhale for half lift. Hands to the thighs or the shins. We work on lengthening out the spine. Then we'll exhale to fold forward. Have the feet about hip distance apart, and as you inhale, we'll lift the torso into chair pose. Belly button towards the spine, shoulders nice and relaxed from the ears. You do have the option of placing the hands into prayer. Keep the gaze forward. Nice even weight distribution between the feet, and looking down we should see that the feet, the knees and the hips are aligned with one another. Again, keeping the breath steady. And then exhale, fold forward. Take hold of the elbows. Let the head hang for ragdoll pose. You can draw from left to right. Put as much of a bend in the legs as you need for this posture. You're just going to wake the hamstrings up a little bit more so we can begin to straighten and bend each leg. For a modification of elephant's walk, you can bring the hands down to the mat if you'd like to, or even place the hands on the shins or the thighs if you're feeling just a little bit stiff today. That's absolutely fine. You listen to your body and you make the adjustments that it needs, or even the progressions that it needs. Keeping the breath steady always. Be very conscious of it while we move, while we explore our body. Taking a few more breaths here. On an inhalation, we'll place the hands down onto the mat. We're going to inhale and lift the right leg behind us. Taking a variation of warrior 3, push your heel towards the back of the room, nice and strong in that right leg, belly button towards the spine. On an exhalation, you're going to set that right foot down onto the mat, lower the knee, low lunge. Inhale, lift the left hand up towards the ceiling, work on drawing that left glute down towards the mat, work on keeping the knee and the ankle aligned. Breathing here, we'll then exhale, draw that left hand behind us. Be making sure to keep the left knee aligned with the hip. We're not letting the leg fall out. Breathing here. We'll then exhale, set that left hand down. Inhale to lift the right knee. We'll then draw back into our variation of warrior three. Nice bend in the left leg, pushing the right foot towards the back of the room if you'd like to. You can place your hands into prayer, begin to lift in the upper body a little bit. Breathing here. And then take a big inhalation, sweep that right foot forward, taking Tadasana. Inhale, hands overhead, push the hips forward if you'd like to do a little back bend. Exhale, fold at the hips. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the fingertips to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Hands on the shins or the thighs, or even fingertips to the mat if you're feeling comfortable enough for that. We'll then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, walk or jump into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. We can take upward dog, or if you'd like to modify this, you have the option of cobra or even lion. So we breathe in this posture, whichever of the three postures you have chosen. Breathing here, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, regardless of whether it's lion, cobra or upward dog. And then on your next exhalation, push back into downward dog. We're going to pedal the feet in this. It can be a nice and slow movement. You don't have to be quick. Breathing deeply. Really pushing the toes into the mat to stretch out the soles of the feet. And then on our next inhalation, we're going to make our way back up to the top of the mat. So you can step, walk or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold forward. And inhale, we'll lift that left leg behind us now, pushing the heel to the back of the room. Warrior three, breathing nice and deeply here. On your next exhalation, we'll set that foot down, lowering the knee, low lunge. On an inhalation, we'll lift the right hand overhead. Make sure that your right knee and your ankle are aligned to one another. We're drawing that right glute down towards the mat to deepen our lunge. On your next exhalation, try to draw that right hand a little bit further behind you, opening up the chest. Make sure that your right leg doesn't fall outwards. Make sure the knee is aligned with the hips still. We breathe here. On your next inhalation, lower that right hand down. We'll inhale, draw back up into warrior three. So you can bring the hands into prayer. If you like to progress in your warrior, stay nice and strong in the whole of the body. Breathing here. And on our next inhalation, we'll sweep up into Tadasana. Exhaling. Deep inhalation through the nose. Push the hips forward if you'd like to encourage a back bend. Exhale, fold at the hips, bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your left hand to the mat. or you do have the option, if you have bricks at home, to place the hand on a brick. You're going to cross your right leg in front of your left. Put a bend in the knees if you need to. Your inhale, lift the right hand overhead, looking either to the floor or to the ceiling if you'd like to progress this posture. If this is feeling uncomfortable, you can place your hand on your hip or the arm against the left hip. And we breathe here. On an exhalation, lower the right hand down. Bring the right foot to the right side of the mat. Inhale, cross the left foot over now. Drawing the left hand overhead or making the adjustments that you require of either looking to the floor or bringing this hand to your hip or against the back. And then exhale, lower the left hand, uncross the legs, taking half lift. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to inhale, draw up into Tadasana. Bring the hands back down to the sides on the exhalation. Shift your weight over into your right leg, and on an inhalation, lift the left leg for stalk pose. We're going to draw that left hip open, so engage the right glute, and then inhale, we lift, open out the left leg. You do have the option of taking hold of the knee here if you'd like to. You can also place the foot against your calf if this is feeling a little bit too challenging. On our inhalation, we're closing the hip. We're going to put a bend into that right leg and extend the left foot behind us, putting it to a 45-degree angle. We bring the hands into press, straighten out the right leg. We're then going to inhale, bring this left hand forward, right hand against the lower back. Reach the left hand forward and exhale, lower the left hand over to the inside of the foot. You can place the hand on the ankle, or the most difficult, the most uncomfortable, hand to the exterior of the foot. So make sure here that you're keeping the hips square. You can bring the left foot a little bit closer towards the right, as I just did. We can stay here. If we'd like to progress, we inhale, we twist round to the right for our revolved triangle. The right hand can even reach up towards the ceiling. So there are a lot of different options with this posture. You can also add a bend behind the right knee. So we breathe here. And then on our next inhalation, big bend into the right leg. Bring the left hand to the inside of your foot, pivot the left foot forward, and as we exhale, we're going to lower this right hand behind us, draw the right glute down towards the mat. We're lowering our right hand. I think I got my left and rights wrong earlier. I do that from time to time, so bear with me. Breathing here, lower the knee if you need to. We'll then place this right hand down onto the mat. Inhale, step into plank. Exhale, lowering slowly as we can, chaturanga. Lower the knees if you need to. Inhale, lion cobra or upward dog. And on an exhalation, downward dog. And on our next inhalation, we walk, step or jump up to the top of the mat, taking half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling, drawing up into Tadasana. Exhaling, hands down to the sides. So we shift our weight over into the left foot now. We lift the right leg in front of us. Stalk pose. Squeezing the left glute, we inhale, draw this right hip open. Take hold of your right leg if you need that support, or place the foot against the calf for a modification. Remember your breath. Your next inhalation, close the hip. Bend into the left leg. We inhale, extend this right leg behind us, setting it down 45-degree angle. We straighten out that left leg. Right hand forward, left hand against the lower back. Inhale, reach your right hand forward. Exhale, we take our revolve triangle on this side. So you can have the foot on the inner part of the foot, against the ankle, or outside the foot. You can stay here, or exhale, take your twist around to the left. Look up to the ceiling if you'd like to, and you can even extend your arm. We breathe here, put a bend behind the left knee if there's sharpness, of course. And on our next inhalation, we bring the right hand to the inside of the foot. We pivot the right foot forward, and as we exhale, we lower the left glute down towards the mat. We drop the left hand down, looking towards the hand. You can lower that right knee if you need to modify this posture. Breathing here. And on our next exhalation, we lower this left hand down, stepping into plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, lion cobra or upward dog. And on an exhalation, we draw back into our balasana or child's pose. So place the hands away from you, reaching them towards the top of the mat, glutes down towards the heels. Deep inhalation through the nose, sigh the breath out through the mouth. Allow the body to relax down. Sigh the breath out through the mouth as many times as you need to. Then on an inhalation, walk the hands over towards the right. Work on keeping the hands the same distance away from you. And on your next breath, walk the hands over towards the left. Again, hands same distance away from you. And on our next breath, we'll move back to center. And we're going to move into sitting. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together. I'll turn to face you. Interlink the fingers under the toes, or you can bring the hands to the shins. Bring the heels as close towards you as you can. And we're going to rock from left to right, drawing the hips open for our butterfly pose. And then when you feel ready to, on an exhalation, draw your elbows into the crease of the legs. And draw the chest down towards the feet, pushing the elbows into the legs, encouraging the hips to open even further. And on an inhalation, we'll move away from the feet. We're going to extend the right leg out to our side. I am mirroring you. You can place the right hand against the calf, or you can grab hold of the foot if it's there for you. Align the shoulders to your leg, reach the arm overhead, and as you exhale, you reach that left hand, over towards your right foot. Giving a nice stretch in our variation of compass pose to the lumbar. And on our next inhalation, we're going to straighten up. Extend the left leg out to the side. Put a bend into the right leg. And we'll do the same on this side, compass pose. Exhale, reach the hand towards the foot. Align the shoulders to your leg. Breathing here, stretching out the lumbar. And then on our next inhalation, we'll straighten up. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together once more, like the butterfly, but this time there is distance between you and your heels. And as you exhale, you can fold into diamonds. You can either have the arms over the legs, or you can slide them underneath if you really want to look like a pretzel and feel like one. And so we exhale, draw the head down towards the feet. Nice deep breaths here. So we'll take one last breath here, make it count. And on an inhalation, we'll move away from the legs. We'll straighten them out and lie down on our backs. You can hug the right leg into the chest. And with your left hand, as you exhale, pull that leg over to the left, look to the right for your laying twist. And then on an inhalation, we move back to centre, we lay that right leg down, hug the left leg into the chest, and same on this side. As we exhale, we draw that left leg over, turn the head to the right, breathing here. And on an inhalation, we'll move back to centre, hug both legs into the chest, and draw the head up towards the knees. Then exhale, draw back down, feet on the mat. We're going to cross the right leg over the left and take reclined pigeons. You can stay like this, or you can interlink the fingers behind the thigh or over the shin. We breathe here. And then releasing that leg, we're going to swap sides. So again, you choose where you position the hands on the leg, if at all. And then on your next breath, releasing the leg, we're going to move up into sitting. You can take kneeling, half lotus, full lotus, whatever is comfortable for you. On an exhalation, we'll just take one last twist. Inhaling, exhaling, one last twist on the other side. Then we inhale, move back to center. Taking a deep inhalation through the nose. Sigh the breath out through the mouth. Allow the body to fully relax down. Bringing the hands into prayer, I'd like to thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.